In many African villages, the elders believe something powerful. They believe the name given to a child can shape their destiny. Names carry spirits. Names carry prophecy. Names carry warning. And the man in this story carried a name that seemed to challenge the very principle of life itself. His name was Odewale. Odewale was born into a family of hunters. His grandfather was the greatest hunter their village had ever known. The people called him Akinyode, the fearless one of the forests. Akinyode caught the largest game. No hunter could match him. And it was from this legendary man that Odewale learned. Most days, Odewale preferred the quiet of the forest to the noise of people. The forest gave him peace. It allowed him to think. He did not have many friends. Words did not come easy for him. So he often walked alone with his thoughts. Odewale never knew his father. The man never came back. That was why his mother named him Odewale, a name that meant no matter how deep into the forest he goes, he will always find his way back home. And Odewale lived up to that name. He hunted and caught many animals, sometimes more than his village could consume. So he would travel to nearby villages to sell his games in their markets. It was at one of these markets that he first saw her. And from that moment, nothing was ever the same. Her name was Morenike. Men admired her. Women envied her. She was graceful, calm, and respectful. But what made her different was that she never encouraged any man. As the sunlight touched her face, Odewale froze completely. He stared at her as if the world around him had suddenly stopped. Morenike noticed him. She looked up and smiled. Neither of them spoke, but something strange passed between them. Something silent, something deep. It was as if their soul recognized each other from a long life forgotten. Odewale. His mouth refused to open. His heart simply knew something had begun, and that was how their story started. After that day, Odewale began visiting our village often. Sometimes just to walk her home, sometimes just to watch her talk. He loved watching her talk. Her lips, her small nose, the gentle movement of her face. Truth be told, he probably did not hear half the things she said. He simply watched her. His responses were short, but Morenike never minded. She was just happy he was here with her. That was what mattered. During the fire festival, while the villagers danced and the drums filled the air, Odewale stood still, staring at her as she danced. One of the drummers laughed and said,
"You are staring like a man who has seen a spirit."
And the drummer urged him to dance with her, and he did.
Do you believe in forever?
I believe some souls are meant to find each other, even if the world tries to separate them.
And if something happens to you,
then I will find my way back.
even if death stands in the way?
Even death will grow tired before my love for you does.
They spoke to each other as if their souls had signed a contract that night. A contract neither of them could break. But jealousy in those days was never loud. It was quiet, strategic and patient, and sometimes deadly. and there was a man watching them. His name was Bode. Bode had known Morenike since childhood. He believed that one day she would become his wife, but Morenike only ever saw him as a brother. And the more Odewale and Morenike loved each other, the deeper Bode's hatred grew. Years passed. Their love only became stronger, even when Morenike's father declared that his daughter would never marry a man from another village. It did not stop them. Instead, Odewale bought the same outfits, just a reminder that he will one day marry her. Sometimes he even brought antelopes, and Morenike laughed softly. Ilutoro had a secret. Beyond an ancient iroko tree stood a forest no one dared to enter. Hunters avoided it. Even the elders poured libation while facing away from it. But Bode knew. Every man born in Ilutoro knew. Soon, Bode began visiting Odewale often. They drank palm wine together. They laughed loudly. Bode called him brother, and Odewale believed him. That was his greatest mistake, and that was how he was able to plant the lie.
Morenike's father respects only brave hunters. If you bring back game from the deep forest, no one will question you marrying her. Which forest? The old one.
The forest was unnaturally quiet. Odewale walked deeper, holding his lantern. Then something moved. At first he thought it was a tree. A creature stepped forward. Odewale had hunted animals his entire life, but he has never seen anything like this. Still, he drew his sword. Fear filled his chest. With one powerful swing, he cut the creature's head off. The head rolled the ground. For 1 second, Odewale believed he had won. Then the creature's head grew back. Before he could move, its wooden arm shot forward and pierced his heart. Odewale collapsed lifeless. Bode brought his entourage, knowing fully well that Odewale would die. He brought them to bury him, and they buried him in a shallow grave. Morenike waited. Weeks passed, then months. At first, she believed Odewale had abandoned her. She cried every night until one day she stopped crying, as if her soul had sent its final message. Then suddenly, something fell from the sky, like a man dropped by the gods themselves. It was Odewale.